So teams have just headed out to do the Pomona Dash, 2 stages, very quick. And the winner of the last run through there, you must be pretty pleased. Brendan Reeves, good run through there.
Yeah, it was a good run. The first pass, it was a bit sketchy because we'd been driving through the stages just trying to get through a broken shaft. And then we went about 6 seconds quicker on the second run. Good clean run. The 900 Kumos would have been better. We went with the 800s, which was a more open tread. But we didn't want to go into too much of our allocation. We only had 16 tyres this weekend. So now we're making a gamble going out on those 900s because it's about 42 kilometres, a lot of stages to go. So
Nick Boggs, we're just talking through those sprint stages, only about 13 kilometres. Brendo told us quickly he thought he made a mistake on 800s. You went on the 900s, the tyre he wanted, but disaster for you. You've worn them out well and truly.
Yeah, definitely no good on the 900s. It was way too loose. Because it was such a big open road, there wasn't really a swept line, and it was just so gravelly. We were just turning them the whole stage. Totally destroyed them in about 12k.
You think that you got a bit of power? I mean, you can see the tyre down there on the ground. It's actually worn that out. Tyre allocation this rally is tough, so that's burnt 2 tyres up that you probably weren't banking on.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on using 2 tyres in about 12k, but I think we'll be right back on the 800s. They're pretty good.
And having a good run. In 5th place, putting in some solid times on a rally I thought you might struggle on with it being so bumpy and you developing the car. It's been a strong run so far.
Yeah, it feels good. We're trying to get used to it. I'm not sure if we're still 5th. I reckon Mackenzie might have just pipped us.
Steve Mackenzie, we've just been speaking to Nicholas Box, who thinks you've jumped in front of him. You guys think you're behind him. Your score's aren't up yet, but regardless, you're having a good run.
Yeah. I was surprised to be so close to him through those stages. They were pretty quick, so hopefully we can pull a bit more time out of him once we get into twisty stuff again this afternoon. We made a few errors this morning, which cost us probably around the 20-30 seconds, so that's achievable.
Scotty, I've grabbed you on the way out of the Park Fairmont. I reckon you were stirring up the Honda guys there. You're trying to give them a bit of razzing, are you?
Absolutely. I was telling my brother that obviously I got the driving genes and he didn't.
That's a bit nasty. He's doing a good job today, though.
No, he's both the Honda guys doing very, very well, and it's close, and and we're faster than a lot of the guys in the Asia Pacific as well. Only the Skodas are beating us, so it proves that Australian rallying is pretty strong. And
in that last one, that sprint stage, I think we had four cars all within a second. It's tough out there, isn't it?
It is, and that's a cracking stage. That's one of the best stages in the championship by far. So,
really?
And now we change mindset and go into 4 pretty tough ones now.
And they're repeats from this morning, so it really is a rally in 2 parts here. The tough ones in the morning, cracking stages out there. We're all close. There's still a fair bit to play for there, and probably a few unknowns to come.
Yeah, well, the big unknown is the weather. We've taken the 900 tyre, which is a closed pattern tyre, hoping that it's dry. Put 2 open pattern tyres in the car just in case it does rain. So we've got some options there. So we'll see how we go.
Do you normally run with 2 spares, or this is a strategic thing, trying to take a bit of not a gamble, but give yourself a bit of options?
No, you obviously try and run with the least weight possible. So tyres 20 and 25 kilos. So normally we don't run with the 1 tyre, but here, a combination of it being rough and the potential of punctures being higher, but also, strategically you want to have some tyres up your sleeve.
Would you be the only one in the top sort of half a dozen that would be doing that, do you think?
People do it sometimes. I noticed that Eli's going out on 4 second-hand tyres, so we've got some new tyres on the front, so maybe we'll see what happens.
Honda team at lunchtime, and we won't keep you long because you're starving, apparently, Eli. But going through that last stage, tough work, pretty close times for everybody. And the question I've got for you is, we were just speaking to Scotty, who was a bit surprised you're going out on second-hand tyres.
Yeah, I'm running out of tyres already, so see what we can do. I think the second-hand 900s. Well, I'm hoping there hasn't been any rain on the stages. That's my theory. If there has, could be in a lot of trouble. So it's a bit of a gamble, but look, if we can get through these first 2 stages on these second-hand tyres, then we've got another set of second-hands in the boot. So we've got 2 spares on board. It's just to try and get through tomorrow, basically. So we're going to need tyres tomorrow. We're going to need fresh tyres because the pace is going to be on. So see if we can get through today.
Yeah, you're not the only one. Obviously, time management is becoming a big thing here. The fact you've got so many Ks, you can't see your crew, you can't cycle through them as much as you might do on a super stage. Everyone's sort of picking their time to do it all.
Yeah, that's right. And you'll probably see stage times where drivers will be fast through a section of stages, then they might drop off because they're trying to conserve their tyres and they're running second-hand tyres. So hopefully it's not the case this afternoon. I'm going to try my best on my second-hand tyres and see what times I can do and see if I can hold off. I think it's just under 4 seconds to Scott now, so there's nothing in it. It's a bit of a gamble, but I'm going to take it.
Hey, why not? It's all about that, isn't it? And are you guys changing tyres front to rear in between stages? I'm guessing you must be with these cars.
Yeah, look, that first group of stages this morning before we went into the fourth stage out here, we put some new fronts on. So doing a similar thing to what Eli's doing and running 2 spares. So rather than doing a front to back, using the 2 spares on the front and leaving the backs on.
You had a good run through the sprint stages through there, like I said, just consolidating and locking away your position at the moment.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. You know, it was just a nice smooth stage. It was nice to be out of this forest for a little bit on some smooth roads, so very similar to Adelaide. And yeah, it was just a bit of a hoot to drive, and you know, a fair crowd out there, which is nice.
Oh, really? That's good. Yeah, they built this stage up for that very reason. It is a change of mindset now going back into these trickier stages, though, isn't it?
It is. Like, you know, you go back into, you know, you still got to push, and we've probably, you know, done a little bit different to Eli. I've whacked some new ones on the front. I'm going to try and push in the first 2 and see if we can drag some time out of Tom Wild. So, yeah, it'll be interesting, and I'm hoping there might be a little bit of water on the stages.
You've got one guy no water, one guy with water. And I also just want to know whether the tyre change is the reason why you've got a little bit more dirt on the white suit, mate.
No, mate, no. We got fogged up and had to run a few stages with the windows open, so it wasn't flash.
That's your excuse and you're sticking to it.
That's it, mate.
Good luck for the afternoon, guys.
Thanks, Tino.